Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Happy and 15 Sway. This game taking place here on Shallow Grave. 15 Sway has spawned as the blue Night Elf player on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Happy has spawned as the yellow undead on the top left. Night Elf versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup here. Shallow Grave only having two spawning locations, so Happy and 15 Sway already knowing where each other are at. What we're looking to see now are the hero choices and the strategies that these players will be trying to execute. Altar of Elders, Ancient of War, Moonwell, nothing out of the ordinary coming in from 15 Sway. Gonna go ahead and speed things up. To get to that 2-minute mark, these opening movements in high level play are often, just like chess, where you know all of these standard openings, and that's just what ends up happening. All right, coming back across here, we are looking at Demon Hunter here. Ancient of War going to go ahead and try and tank a little bit of damage. Lightning Shield now trying to rack up a little bit more here as the Acolyte came across the map to purposely prevent this Lightning Shield tactic. Oh, that is some next level micro coming across from Happy, purposely bringing the Acolyte over so that the Archer would not be able to get Lightning Shield applied and then be able to stand amongst all three of those units. And with that, well, slowing down his opponent's creeping. Coming back across here, the Death Knight now clearing out some of these creep camps, and he needs to be careful, back away, make sure that that Lightning Shield doesn't get the last hit, thereby denying him experience. Death Knight selling some items, picking up some more Dust of Appearance and that Ritual Dagger. Also having a Rod of Necromancy as well as the units are moving out. Coming back across here, scouting Archer, Demon Hunter going to come around. Demon Hunter does have Immolation and now quickly turning it on here to try and rack up quite a bit of damage. Demon Hunter gets up to level 2 Death Knight gets up to level 2 and that with the Demon Hunter now looking to try and retreat back. Death Knight now has Unholy Aura, should be able to catch up a little bit. One thing, Unholy Aura no longer gives 10% movement speed, only gives, I believe 7.5, as we see a quick aggro right there onto the creeps, but still last hit by Happy's Skeletal Warriors. Happy taking a commanding lead in the early, a slight lead in the early stages of this game. But then again, no big surprise here. When the armies are small and execution has to be spot on, Happy has a tendency to just continue to build this lead from the early game and move it on to the mid game. All right, low hit point Ghoul going up against a couple of archers here. Death Knight trying to clear out some of these wisps here as we're looking at a lot of damage getting racked up. Are we going to see a Ghoul taken down? Yes, we are. Off to the north, giving level 2 to the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter hasn't opted to go for evasion or mana burn as of yet, as he turns on Immolation when there's only a handful of ghouls left inside of the base. Not quite sure what that was about, and it feels like Happy actually overcommitted a bit in that fight. Diving on into that spot here, we're taking a look at a couple of skeletal minions trying to retreat back, run away, as the tech to tier 2, 3/4 of the way done by both sides. 27 supply, 25 ghouls now looking to retreat back here. Death Knight looking to, finish off this Archer. Archer down to 78 hit points. You're just going to try and beat it down the old-fashioned way, catching up to it and doing those attacks, finally allowing that last shot there from that Death Coil. Ring of Superiority dropped. Demon Hunter finishing off a couple more of those rogues and brigands. Now, looking to clear out some extra creep camps. Happy. Tech to tier 3 already started before Altar of Darkness starts training up the Lich, and before that Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse now being placed down here. Demon Hunter trying to continue to build up this lead. It has turned on Immolation to finish off some of these Murlocs, as the Death Knight now looking to finish off some of these Archers. Archers trying to get into harm's way. There's an Ensnare, but the Ensnare only reveals it for the creeps. However, Dust of Appearance will end up revealing that Archer there. So when you ensnare a unit, that unit is revealed by whoever ensnared it and whoever has friendly envision or vision on that from that ensnare. Death Knight needed to use a dust of appearance, knowing that the archer was there and ensnared and couldn't move, but just wanting to use the dust of appearance to be able to spot it. Naga Sea Witch joining in on the battlefield here. Demon Hunter should be able to get to level 3 even with that Naga Sea Witch so close by, especially with the additional experience from this Acolyte. Alright. Coming across here, a bit of immolation aura. The Demon Hunter could actually stand here to deal a little bit more damage across multiple units. Doesn't really matter though, as the Ancient of War, Demon Hunter picks up the medallion of Preemptive Vitality, getting an additional 150 hit points. Death Knight off to the north here. Lich now out on the battlefield as well, clearing out difficult creep camps as the tech to tier 3 about 2/3 of the way done. Low hit point Ghoul able to escape away from the axes of that Forest Troll Warlord, as the Death Knight should get to level 3 and the Lich should get to, or will stay at level 2, picking up a Scroll of the Beast. Alright, one final shot there. Level 3, Lich sitting at level 1 with an Obsidian statue to provide healing and support. Now, Demon Hunter does have level 2 mana burn. Doesn't look like he'll add any more to Immolation and perhaps start teching for evasion, as the Demon Hunter often needs a little bit more survivability and more effective hit points. Coming back off to the north, Death Knight clearing out the Ogre Magi there. Lich getting up to level 2, and at some point, nope, no backpack upgrade. We are at tier 3, and going back home to pick up that Orb of Corruption perhaps will be that Lich. Units trying to retreat back here. There's going to be a little bit of Frost Nova damage. Shockwave ripping on through. Death Knight may need to get a Death Coil off onto that Lich there to try and keep him alive. That Lich is down to 159 hit points, but the Obsidian statues seem to be enough there. Endurance Aura picked up by the Death Knight, and now looking for a tactical retreat back out. Fast movements, or very fast movement speed now, because of Unholy Aura, coupled with in that a little bit of Endurance Aura too. Death Knight retreating back home, picking up that Orb of Corruption, and will meet up with this Lich here. Lich perhaps looking to get some additional experience. Ghouls, Crypt Fiends need to make their way over and just trying to swarm this location now. Taking a boulder to the head. That Lich, however, gonna have no problems as that Orb of Corruption gets transferred, well, now. So what is the follow-up play here? We are at Tree of Eternity. We are getting Druids of the Claw, and the Druids of the Claw only have Adept training right now. We should be looking at a Rejuvenation on that Demon Hunter already. Yeah, there's finally that Rejuvenation now, as more Druids of the Claw joining out on the battlefield. Do we have Mastery training? We do. And with Mastery training, that obviously means bears. Coming back across here, Happy does go for a Naga Sea Witch third, and now has a level 3 Lich as well. Healthstone being given to the Naga Sea Witch, as well, the Death Knight has an Ankh of Reincarnation already, and the Naga Sea Witch doesn't have any additional ways of getting a burst heal. Death Knight retreating back out here, 50 supply compared to 47. A very traditional game here on Shallow Grave. Both sides staying in no upkeep off of one base, trying to outmaneuver each other to just get in a little bit more damage, or perhaps build a hero level lead. Alright, looking Ogre Lord is off to the side here. Well, there are a couple of sentry wards placed down, so that means the Demon Hunter knows exactly where his opponent is, and now going to try to clear out this top right, but realizing, well, that the Ogre Lord from this creep camp has already been taken down. With his early removal, that means that that powerful item, well, War Song, or the Endurance, the Jingle of Endurance, was already picked up and moved away, and the Death Knight now adds in War Song Battle Drums to the Aura repertoire here. That is going to be some big items. Taking a look at the Lich, who also has True Shot Aura. We're looking at True Shot Aura, Unholy Aura, Endurance Aura, and War Song Battle Drums for this undead army. Naga Sea Witch back across here by her lonesome self. She will get to level 3, unlocking level 2 Fork Lightning. All right, that burst damage is going to become, well, a bit of a problem as Frost Nova, Death Coil, and Fork Lightning working together really can rack up the damage on those, Druids of the Claw and those frontline units, allowing for follow-up focus fire from Crypt Fiends and that Orb of Corruption armor debuff. All right, what's going to go down here? Dryads can easily go after the Destroyers. Units are trying to retreat back. Here we are going into an engagement. There's a Frost Armor, and that Lich was actually in a little bit of a tough spot in that frontline spot. Staff of Preservation for the save already, but only one Staff of Preservation. The second Druid of the Claw not going to be as lucky. Ghoul traded for a Bear as we see another Druid of the Claw getting taken down. All right, Druids of the Claw, all three of them are already out of the battle. One getting Staff of Preservation out, and this is just not going well for 15 Sway. Happy continuing the pressure here, trying to finish off a couple of these units, and a low hit point Ghoul looks like it will be able to escape. All right, multiple low hit point units able to escape, and what a battle for Happy. Happy really just capitalizing on everything there. All right, 2 low hit point Ghouls back at home. Happy no longer training up any additional units, and Happy just checking to see if an Expo is in play. And with no Expo in play, knows that he has a comfortable lead with an additional level 3 hero. Units still wandering around the map here, Crypt Fiends. So they have fast movement speed. Yeah, fast movement speed. This undead army moving around really quickly with the Endurance Aura coupled with that level 2 Unholy Aura, as the units now making their way down. All right. It looks like 15 Sway is in a bit of a defensive position, doesn't quite know how to break out of this spot any longer. And now Undead looking for every opportunity to just get additional bit of experience across all of his units. We can see a haunting of the gold mine here at the 9 o'clock spot. So an Expo has been placed down, and this is by Happy, who normally just stays comfortable just running on one base. 15 Sway is hoping that Happy runs into his base and he has some sort of home field advantage to tip things in his favor. But little does he realize that, well, Happy is tipping things in his favor by setting up this base here and trying to build his economic advantage. More ghouls being brought down here. Altar of Darkness being unsummoned. Pretty gutsy, bold move there, as we do see a Temple of the Damned training up some Banshees. So with Banshees out here on the battlefield, are we, yes, going to be going for possession, trying to take those Druids of the Claw if they are in that front line spot. All right, Wisp, Demon Hunter coming back around, Orb of Venom. He does have a Staff of Teleportation, could place down a Sentry Ward here to keep track of it, but actually knows that the Expo is already there. Naga Sea Witch, well, still hanging back. What is this Demon Hunter doing? He seems to be running all around the map, and Undead Happy knows where he is. There's that Sentry Ward, keeping track of that Undead army now as the Demon Hunter being forced to retreat back here. Yeah, so much action, or so much long distance action. Come on, one. There we go. Coming back through. Maybe I need to be a little closer. Can't quite. I want to be like in between one of those spots, but nope, that's too close. All right, there you go. All right, gold mine of Happy already now getting mined away here. We are training up additional acolytes, and Happy is now comfortable just sitting back and letting this economic advantage take hold. What reminds me of Smash Brothers Melee, where if you're up a stock with Ice Climbers, you just sit back and look at your opponent, waiting for the time to go down, knowing that the Ice Climbers are a bit more of a defensive player. So Happy, in a curious move here, actually playing in a defensive role, knowing that his opponent needs to come to him if he wants to win. Death Knight now trying to lead the charge here. Here we go. Mana Burn. Mana burns right off the bat here. Demon Hunter, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability is used. Still has a Potion of Greater Healing. He will have to use that as he's already low on hit points. Takes a Rejuvenation as well. And now trying to purposely back away. A little bit of a fight on Blight here as we're looking at the Druids of the Claw in that front line spot. There's a Fork Lightning going down. There's a Death Coil Frost Nova. Potion of Healing used there by the Demon Hunter. Beautifully used as it's been able to bait out a number of those early spells. Mana Burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight no longer has any more Death Coils as the Demon Hunter able to get Staff of Preservation back home and now going to be rejoining in on the battle. Beautiful pressure by 15 Sway, but Happy may have been given too much time to build a large army as he's continuing this pressure here. More Mana Burns coming back across. Are we going to see some more Staff of Preservations? 32 supply army going up against 72. It does not look good at all as we're looking at level 4 Naga Sea Witch here. Dryad getting taken down, and that is going to be the game. Happy pretty much getting an early lead and just allowing that momentum to carry him through for the last 3 minutes, further building on that lead here. Resource score, I'm happy. Lost more gold to upkeep and still mined a little bit more gold. He often had the larger army, and we know that that lead was just going to continue to grow as the game went on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it.